if you guys look at I'm going to show you a couple of files, very important. Can you guys see where it says mechanical schedule? This is the schedule that we're going to be filling, and I'll show you in a second here. Mechanical schedule. And when you're done filling it, when you're done filling this mechanical schedule, guys, all what you have to do is just import it to Revit in a drafting view and done. But we're going to do the work in CAD. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? We got the mechanical equipment in CAD. Good. Let's go to the here it says panel schedule and relay schedule. So I want to get rid of, well, I like to, in the past, let me tell you what we used to do in the past. In the past, we used to do the panels in CAD. We no longer do that. Can you write to yourself a note that says, right here, the only thing we need from here is what? Relay schedule. The panel schedules are in Revit already. Because when I said panel schedule Revit, can I guys get you to give me a thumbs up, Chad? We know that panel schedule in Revit and only relay from this file. Okay. So these are what you guys need to do basically for the mechanical schedule and relay schedule. I think I opened one of them. Okay, if it takes a second, and I don't want you guys to work. I'll show you. I'll show you, and then you'll take it from there. Here's the schedule, the mechanical schedule that you need to fill. To fill the mechanical schedule, you need to have the mechanical equipment handy. Now, what is the mechanical schedule? Mechanical schedule, guys, is the interface between the electrical engineers and the mechanical engineers. I'll continue. It's an interface between the mechanical engineers and electrical engineers. Okay, come on, buddy old Bill. Okay, continue. Upgrade. Okay. Okay, so the interface between the mechanical engineers and electrical engineers are going to be something called the mechanical schedule. Okay, did it open two of them? Let me just check here in CAD. Okay, yeah, I opened two of them. Two files. Okay, I opened two panels. When you go to the mechanical equipment, here's what you're going to see. In order to fill this one, please have 1.3, which says mechanical equipment, page 12. That's where you're going to be, page 12. So I have the first one filled for you. The first one is filled for you. If you guys just follow quick with me, the first thing you're going to find is NEMA, a number. So this is air handling unit. So my air handling unit here, if you double click on it, we only have air handling unit 1, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of this is attribute that came with it, air handling unit. If you name it air handling unit 1, just call it air handling. We only have air handling unit 1 air. If it was 2, it will show 2. Okay? So air handling unit. The name of it, description is air handling unit. The voltage, double click on the voltage here. And then you can edit the voltage as not 480. It's going to be 208. That's easy. 208, right? Here's a voltage, 3-phase. Yep. The horsepower. The horsepower, if you look at the air handling unit, horsepower is 15. Here's my 15. Edit. KVA, please, when you guys do this, if you have a KVA, can you see anybody about the horsepower first? Horsepower, done. KVA, if you have the horsepower, don't do the KVA. Can I have thumbs up? If you have a horsepower, don't do the KVA. If you have the KVA, don't do the horsepower. Some mechanical equipment, they give you KVA, they give you a horsepower. Either or, okay? Full load current. The full load current for this is from the NDC code book. And I think when we get it at 64, 46, and I'm filling this one, this is 46, oops, 40, I think 46.2. I have 46.2. Okay, disconnect by disconnect, disconnect by disconnect size. Now they want you to size a disconnect. Let me read you what this, you guys, wow, that was, did you have a spell on me? Let me read you guys what this is. Says air handling unit located in the electrical mechanical room, 15 horsepower, 2A, 3-phase, okay? Division 16 to provide VFD for unit C cut sheets. We are to provide VFD for the unit. Did they say anything about disconnect? They didn't say anything about the disconnect. They say, oh, what we have to provide is VFD. Most of the time, if you have a VFD, you're going to have a disconnect ahead of it. So we'll provide a disconnect. So disconnect size, I'm going to go size a disconnect right in front of you guys. You remember the days of the sizing and disconnect? So if you go to disconnect, NEC code book, you take the 46.2 and you multiply it by 1.15, and you're going to end up with 53. What's the next disconnect based on DWALT? What's the next disconnect? You guys remember how it size it? 60. Thank you. So can you guys see that? So it's going to be a 60. And why did I put 60 here? I want to put 60. Any question how I size this one? What is division 16? We should change it to division 26 now. Why don't you guys change this one to division 26? Because this is the new division, division 26. The new division is division 26, the electrical. Division 26 means electrical. So us, division 26. This is one based on CSI, the older CSI. So if you guys put it division 26, that's good for me. Okay, any question? Can I get thumbs up how to size a disconnect? How to size division 16? We're going to provide it. Let's go to the type. The type, disconnect type. Do I need a fuse in this baby? This is an air handling unit. They didn't ask for a fuse. If you read through the description, if they didn't say a fuse, don't give him a fuse. We already have a circuit breaker ahead of it. So this is going to be none. You're going to type none. Non-fused. Any question about that? Non-fused. Location. Where it's going to be located? If you guys read, it's going to be right next to the equipment. The equipment is a mechanical room. What was the number of the mechanical room? 116. So it's going to be R116. Done. Okay, so any question, guys? Can I have thumbs up, Chad? We got it? Yep, mechanical and unfused. If it's fused, what do you do? Just say fuse. That's all. If it's a fuse, it says a fuse, just say fuse. Non-fused. Moving on to the next one. The next one, my friends. Okay, right here. The next one, a starter by starter size. Did you hear about VFD here saying? They say the VFD. So we need a VFD. So starter by division, and instead of 16, we're going to put what? Division 26, which is us. And starter size, if it's a VFD, I don't want you to get into sizing VFDs. All what you have to do right now is just say VFD. If it's VFD, VFD. If it's a NEMA, we know how to size a NEMA. Right? If it's a VFD, I'm going to say just VFD. Okay? That's it. That's all what I want you to do if it's VFD. If it's a NEMA, then you need to say NEMA 0, NEMA 1, NEMA 2, NEMA 3. How do I find the NEMAs? You remember, guys, that here, how we find NEMAs? That's where it comes very handy for you. Moving on. So this is the type, a starter by starter type, starter size. Okay. Starter type is also VFD. We're not going to get into, when they have VFDs, they have variable torque, constant torque. We're just going to leave this one. So we need a VFD, and we'll leave it at this. Location of the VFD. Where do you guys think the location of the VFD is going to be? It's going to be room 116, right? The same location next to the equipment. Okay, one more. The confusing part could be, guys, the starter size and the starter type. Can I get you guys one little thing? Suppose I'm going to write next to this, and suppose this was NEMA. Suppose that this was NEMA. Well, based on that, what would that be? NEMA, where it's have to find it, of course. First, NEMA. There you go. Page 6-4. It's 208. So it's and the 15 horsepower. This will be NEMA 3. Yep, NEMA 3. If you to size the NEMAs, guys, 6-4 DeWalt, 6-4 DeWalt. So this is NEMA 3. Okay. Again, it's not a NEMA 3, but suppose it was a NEMA 3. Chris, look what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the NEMA instead of, now this is the type, starter size is NEMA 3, starter type. Now for NEMAs, they have the following. For NEMAs, I don't know if we talked about this one, we'll talk more. For NEMAs, most of NEMAs, guys, are called full voltage non-reversible. Full voltage non-reversible. Dumber than a rock piece of equipment on the wall. You push a button, it shuts down, start the equipment. You push another button, it opens the equipment. It doesn't reduce the voltage or control the speed. It doesn't speed control the equipment or ramp the equipment up and down to minimize the impact on the mechanical or electrical impact, the electrical impact on the grid, electrical distribution system, or the mechanical impact on the equipment. That's, as I said, it's a so-called dumber than a rock piece of equipment on the wall. Cheapest, easiest. So, what are we going to call it? If you have a NEMA, unless they tell you otherwise, it's going to be full voltage non-reversible. FVNR. Please write it down for yourself. If it's a NEMA, unless they tell you otherwise, Ashley, it's a full voltage non-reversible. Now, sometimes we have a full voltage reversible. That's called FVR, full voltage reversible. What is a full voltage reversible? It doesn't speed control or ramp up and down the motor. All what it does, it start and stop the motor, but in this time in two directions. That's also another cheap equipment, except one step ahead, right? Because it allows you to reverse the motor. All these are control methods. Of course, the superior way of controlling a motor in this day and age, an induction motor, guys, is VFDs. That's the superior. So VFD you can reverse a motor, you can forward, reverse, or you can speed control the motor, or you can ramp the motor up and down to minimize the impact on the electrical and the mechanical system. Okay, can I get you guys thumbs up that say, Chad, if it's an NEMA, we know how to size it from DeWalt, and if they ask about the type, unless they tell us otherwise, it's always FVNR. Thumbs up? Cool? Okay. And by the way, this is going to be saved in my friend's Williams, so you can ask William for it after. I'm going to save it. Okay, so we talked about, so your options are VFD or NEMA, really. If it doesn't say anything about VFD or NEMA, they say just snap switch. You write snap switch. Okay, so and all this information is from right in here in front of you. Or if you couldn't find anything about it, anything about the control, they didn't say anything about the control. What does that mean? Provide by the mechanical contractor. So we don't provide it. So just leave it open. Okay, look at this. Now then they go control by and control type. Division 15 right now changed to Division 27, right? If I remember right, the mechanical are called 27. So we're going to call them Division 27. Who's going to do the control for these mechanical equipment? 99% of the time, the one who's going to point-to-point control for these air handling units and chillers and rooftop units is the mechanical contractor. So control type, I care less. Is it Johnson control or Siemens control? You're going to talk about Johnson control. We leave this, guys, for the mechanical contractor to fill it, because we have no control over it. When you put Division 27, this means you have shifted the responsibility to the mechanical engineer to put the information there. Then that's when the two engineers meet and decide, oh yeah, what do you guys think we should do, and they discuss it. So 27 means I have washed my hands out of the control system of this equipment, and I'm giving it to the mechanical engineer to design it. Type, I don't know what the type. It's not my responsibility. It could be Johnson. It could be whatever. The type and by mechanical engineer could be type, Johnson control, typical. Location for the control. Now, guys, they talk about the building automation system here. What's going to be controlling this equipment? Mechanical contractors decide. What's the location of the control? Leave it open. We don't know. The mechanical engineers will fill this. Can I have thumbs up, guys, for the control of the equipment? There will be, how am I going to interface with VFD, interface the VFD with the chiller, the VFD of the air handling unit, with the VFD of the chiller, with the VFD of the boiler, right? That's territories of the mechanical engineers. Not like we don't know how to do it, but most of the time they're their equipment and they do a better job than we are. Okay, conduit size. Now for conduits, now you're going to size conductors. For this one, guys, it's, what is it? We talked about, so when you size the equipment, and I'm going to go very quick here and size the, okay, clear, where am I here? Clear. So if you take, clear all. Okay, you have 1.25, right? It's a motor multiplied by, what is it? 46.2 equal. This is how you're going to size the cable. And if you go to NEC, what would that give you? These are motors, so you're going to go to 75-degree column for all motors. So this is going to give you number 8. I'm going to say, anybody give me number 8? If you go to 75-degree, and I'm looking at 57, 60, number 6 actually. Number 6 under 75-degree column. So I need number 6. Everybody knows how to size a conductor, guys. So this will be number 6. Number 6. Now, Nick, my friend, why 3 conductors, 3-phase? Why no neutral? Mechanical equipment, if they're 3-phase, they always assume no neutral unless they tell you otherwise. Always assume 3 neutral. If it's a single-phase equipment, always a 2 conductors. Why? 1 hot, 1 neutral. Conduit size. Now we have to size a conduit for 3 conductors. I would probably dare to, these are indoor, so I would dare to say also THHN because we need to size them. So EMT, I need to put an EMT conduit here. So I would say EMT right next to it. And the size. The size for 3 conductors EMT conduit, guys. Well, you guys want to do it quick on my calculator here, if we remember. Where's my calculator? Oladipo, did you steal my calculator? Where did it go? There you go. Let's do it quick on the calculator. And I know I'm doing things, guys, that's just one example here. I'm firing my calculator here. It'll take a second. It's sunny in Minneapolis. Okay, let's go here. All right, so let's, do you guys remember that calculator that you bought $65 for it? Paid? All right, so let's go set 3-phase. Where's my, if I remember that, I'm like you, set 3-phase. So I'm set at 3-phase, 75 copper, right? I need, how many conductors I need? I need, okay, let's put the size. What was the size again? Size 3, right? Or 6, number 6. Okay, clear. So I'm gonna go 6, wire size. So I have a number 6 copper. The insulation, how many of them? I have 3, and the insulation is THHN, and I need a conduit. Click on the conduit here, EMT 0.75. EMT 0.75, right? EMT. If it's different size, you know how to do it. Hit the number based on the label in the back of the book and get it. So I have 0.75. Okay? If you guys, you know how to size it, 0.75. So at 3/4 of an inch. So if I go back to my my CAD, where am I here? Into my CAD, this is going to be 3/4. 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to go get rid of the rest of them. Okay, 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so now I know it's going to be 3/4 of an inch. THHN. Okay, moving on. Now panel name and which panel is going to be fed from. This is going to be main panel, MP. And what's the circuit number? Now we're going to go to Revit to get this one. The circuit number. This is 3-phase, so it's going to be a circuit. You guys are going to get it from Revit. Let's just assume it's going to be 1, 3, 5, right? Why 3? Because 3 poles. If it was single phase, how many poles are going to have? 1. Okay, so you're going to go to Revit to get this info. Okay, and remember, you're sharing this with the mechanical engineers too. Any question about the panel, guys, or the size of the conduit? I know we've done many of them. Moving all the way to the overcam protection device. Now, overcam protection device, guys, if I go my calculator, which calculator? If you go to this one, it says you need 2.5. Why 2.5? Inverse type circuit breakers times 46.2 equal. I have 115. You go up to the allow you on motors to go up to 100. What's 150? If you don't know, you're going to go to 240.6. That will give you 125, I believe. 125 is the next standard. 110, then it jumps to 125. If you don't believe me, you might have to go there. So this will be what? 125. 125. And what type? It's going to be an inverse I and V. Can you guys see that one? I and V stand for an inverse. TM is time breaker. Inverse time circuit breaker. The most common one that you're going to be using. If it's a fuse, when you size it, you're going to have a fuse. We're not sizing a fuses here, I can guarantee you. Any other notes? You can write whatever notes you can see fit. Okay, so here's how you fill one of them. So when you're done, you're going to, what I suggest, guys, is to pick all these and copy them right underneath instead of starting with CAD. You copy them. If you grab this one and all, because I'm too lazy to do the math, so to do this, I'm going to go grab all of these stuff that I did, and it'll take me 1.5 seconds here. okay, and copy it down and edit it for the next one. Is that a tedious job or no? I'm doing it the tedious way. Okay, so you guys will do it the easiest way. Right click, copy to copy with a paste point. I'm going to use my paste point right here, and then I'm going to come over here, right, paste with a paste point. I want the paste point right in here. Why did it paste? Why didn't I paste? Did I click copy? Okay, let's see, copy. Copy with the paste point. I'm going to copy this. Okay, right click, paste. We've almost forgot. Paste, and here's my paste point. Here you go. So copy with the paste point, it gives you exact location. Okay, can I have thumbs up that we're cool? Everybody's cool, how to do it? And then what do you do with the text? Edit again. It's a tedious work of editing. Can I have thumbs up that chat? We got it, get the heck out of our face so we can do our work. Good? Okay, so I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to save it for my friends. So this is the first one that you guys are going to fill. The mechanical equipment. How can I get this one? Here you go. Now I'm going to go that the next one, guys, is a panel schedule. For the panel schedule, please ignore all this. So what I suggest is to go there and delete it. The panel schedule. Why? Because the panel schedule is going to be coming from Revit. The only thing you need from this, and I'm going to remind you, file-wise, which file am I in? I'm in that file, panel schedule and relay schedule, right here. I was in the mechanical schedule file, right here. Okay, just give you an idea. Okay, here's the relay. Minimum, I want you guys to do this one. This is lighting control, LCP, lighting control panel. Relay 1, circuit number 14, room 12. So you're going to go by which circuit? Circuit by circuit in the lighting panel, and what is it control? So I'm going to have circuit number 1 is controlling my circuit number 1 here. Okay, if you go to relay number 1, circuit number 14, room number 27, attributes. Let's go the same thing. What I suggest is to go copy here again, and where am I here? Chad, copy to a clip. What did I grab something? What I suggest is to go copy it, clip, copy with the always copy with the paste point. Grab the paste point and then right click, clip, paste, and paste it with the paste point. I know we're pasting other than that. Did I copy it or paste it?
Well, you're pasting it over the one you copied.
Oh, that was a smart idea, wasn't it? So right click here, one more time, copy with the paste point. I always like the paste point again. Right click and paste. Where am I going to paste? I'm going to paste it right in. I used a different paste point here. Was my mistake. There you go. Identical location. Then let's go edit this one. Now, Ashley, suppose I was using the same circuit to feed to the relay 1 fed from circuit number 1. So suppose I have relay number 2 here. Relay number, oops, let me just go escape, double click on it. Okay, let's say relay number 2 is also fed from circuit number 14, but this time it's actually going to 116, 116, okay? So this is relay number 2. It's actually fed from the same circuit, right? I can do that. And controlling relay room number 16, okay? If you want to add here the type of the control, like occupancy sensor and so forth, we added it in the past, be my guest. But at this point, I'm happy with this one. Any comments, any questions? So you can have one relay fed from 2 circuits, or you can have a relay per circuit. How do you know? Every time, here's the rule. Every time you have an occupancy sensor, you have a relay, a separate relay. Every time you have a low voltage switch, you have a separate relay, right? Especially if the switch is switching certain one side of the room, it's a relay. If you have a high voltage switch in one area, that's a relay, because you have to go sweep that circuit at the end of the night. Any question, guys, about this relay schedule? When you give based on the relay schedule, guys, you can size a relay panel, yeah, the lighting control panel. Now that's the old days. The new days, the Unlight, remember how they do it with the Unlight? They distribute intelligence. They have an power pack in every area, and that networked all the way to a tiny little control panel. So, but we're assuming we have a panel full of relays, and we're assigning a relay. Can I have thumbs up, Chad, that we know how to assign a relay to a circuit, or a circuit to a relay, and a location? Okay. If you I don't know if you want to edit this one and add here the side control type, but it's also clear if you go to the room, it tells you how many, it's an occupancy sensor or circuit or whatever. But this is easy because there's no place in the drawing that tells me which relay is controlling what. There is no. So this will give you an identification of all the relays. Room 27 must have something to control that relay. It could be an occupancy sensor, it could be a low voltage switch, or it could be a high voltage switch. We're switching it to sweep the area. Can I have thumbs up, guys? We're good. Yes, no. Let me go see if I can paste it one more time. Okay, I'm going to go paste it right in here. And I'm pasting a lot of stuff I know with that. Okay, so let's just say this is relay number 3. Okay, close that one. I'm going to go, this is relay number 3. And the circuit that's control relay number 3, believe it or not, was circuit 17. And the room was 100. Done. Here's a relay number 3. 17 is the circuit that's feeding it. And it's room 100. So do you guys remember the coffee pot? The coffee pot is going to be controlled by a relay. That's where you assign it. Now, especially the coffee pot, guys, when you reach the circuit here, could you please do me a favor, but right near it, receptacle panel, right next to the circuit. So when every one of these circuits are coming from the lighting panel, except 1 or 2 circuits coming from the receptacle panel. Unless you say 17 RP, I would think it's 17 LP. Everything is LP. Can you guys identify the circuit that's coming from the receptacle panel as circuit 17 RP, receptacle panel? Can I have thumbs up, Chad? We know what the relay is. That's it. That's my relay schedule. Okay, so that's my relay schedule. Let's go to Revit now. Everybody knows, guys, can I just, before I go, I want to make sure that everybody knows how to find the following, the mechanical and the relay schedule. I'll get to the details. The visual, maybe before I go to Revit, now lighting schedule. Lighting schedule, guys, I'm going to go open a lighting schedule. Chris, do you guys have yours on the network? Your lighting calculation? Okay. You? Okay. Let's go. You have the network? Okay, I'm going to go open. Which team are you guys? Team 5. Let's go to team 5 and winter, and I'm going to go to, it should be under lighting. And okay, here's visual plan view. Okay, here you go. So I'm going to go just steal theirs. Open visual, team 4. Continue. Oh, this is a CAD one. We don't want CAD. Don't want CAD, buddy, all bell. They wanted visual. Why did they open CAD? Okay, I went visual layout. Which one would that be? This one? That one? Okay. Okay, you want to go to the visual, the actual software, and I'll show you in a second here. You're going to open visual and import it. All I'm going to do, I'm going to import it to CAD and edit if I need to. Edit if I need to. When you get it to CAD, the nice thing is you can edit it. So here's Nick and Chris's work here. Bam, bam, bam. And I know I'm jumping from a lot of software guys, but that's what they pay us. We're software people. We don't carry tools. We carry a couple of things with us. Okay, can you guys see this? You're here, right? When you go here, go to File, Print Editor, because this is where you're going to find the schedule. You can't find the schedule here. Okay, so page one of these should be a schedule, right? Is this it? Okay, statistic, no. Okay, here's the schedule. Here's a schedule that you guys have, that my friends have. When you are here, at this point, you're going to go File, Export. You're going to export from the what do you call this one now? Print editor. You're going to export because we're exporting the schedule. So exactly like we export the background, guys. Pick all the layers because you don't know which one you're going to turn off, and it will tell you now. Name it. I'm going to call it lighting. Lighting schedule. I always miss the E. Okay, give it a name, lighting schedule. I'm going to go save it for my friends. Feel free to delete it, guys. I'm going to go see where I save it. I'm saving it in the instructor folder, as a matter of fact. So I can go save it wherever you want to save it. So team 3, I'm going to go save it for them in the same location. Lighting calculation, here you go. I'm going to save it right in here. And it's saved. When you go open it, okay, so that's it. That's the only thing you need to do. Now we save it. Now I'm going to go back to my team. Here's where it's saved. Oops, where did it go? Lighting schedule. Am I in the right? Did I put it in the right team? Okay. Lighting schedule. I don't know where I saved it. I thought I saved it in yours, guys. Well, we can go File, Export again, select, and see where it went. It went here under lighting team number 4, right? Is that you guys? Team
number 3, Chad.
Team number 3. Team number 3.
Oh,
That's why.
triple machine.
Team number 5. Okay, I just saved in the team number 3, guys. Make sure you delete it. Lighting. Lighting schedule. If I know how to spell it. Okay, lighting schedule. And I'm going to go put it in team number 5. And all right, perfect. And we're going to go open it. I should be in team number 5. Where is it? Lighting schedule, images. There you go, lighting schedule. When I open it, guys, I'm going to open a CAD file. Continue. You're going to see all this junk stuff here that came. Okay, so here's the schedule. You can feel free to get rid of the background or whatever. The only thing that I'm interested in is the lights. So you can feel free to go see which this is a title block. So you can turn the title block off. Anything related to the title block you can turn off. What else? I turn the tab lock. I'm going to also turn, this is which layer is that? Which is, I want to delete this because I don't want it. Here's all what I need is just a schedule. Done. And then ready to be imported to CAD, to Revit. You can edit here. It's CAD, so you can edit anything you want in it. If you want to change the fixtures and you want to change anything, you can edit it, and then we're going to export it to CAD. Can I have thumbs up that we know how to do it, Chad? Okay. So that's the lighting schedule, the mechanical schedule, and the relay schedule are cool. Everybody's cool with that? What else do we have? Relay schedule. Okay, panel schedules. Let's go to the panel schedules. So can I get you guys to get me, yes, Chad, for the mechanical schedule, lighting schedule, and relay schedule? These 3 are good, right? Thumbs up, thumbs down, in between. Tell my friend, we're good. Jackson, you guys are good? Okay. So we got that one. Let's go to the lighting, to the panel schedule. Panel schedules. We're going to go to Revit. Okay, we're in Revit. I'm in team number 3. When you run the panel schedule, one of these will get me panel schedule, collaborate, analyze. Okay, when you guys at panel schedule, when you are in Revit, can I have thumbs up, Revit? When you're in Revit, can you see where it says panel schedule. Everybody can see a panel schedule right here. You have to be at analyze panel schedule, analyze panel schedule. So if you hit panel schedule, it tells you which of these you want to run a panel schedule for, Chad. Okay, I need 3 panels only. I need the lighting panel, the mechanical panel, and the receptacle panel. I care less about the rest of them. Guys, everything you attach a distribution system to, it will see Revit will see it as a panel. So for example, generator is seen as a panel because it has a distribution system. It's there. I care less about it. The only thing, 3 schedules I care about. I'm actually going to unplug that one here. The only thing I need to do is LP, MP, and RP. You can even run a schedule for the fire alarm panel. That's 1619. I believe it was fire alarm panel. The only 3 schedules I'm asking you to do is lighting, receptacle, and main. Can I have thumbs up that we got it, Chad? Schedules, pick up. If I hit, and you can run them once. If you try to run them again, you're not going to find them here because they're already under schedules and they will already be updated. Every time you update, it will be auto update. So you can only run them once. These, the minute that you run them, they will disappear from this place. Okay. So temporary application. All right, here's where we're running them. I'm going to show you where they are. We might run out of system, and I'll show you. Okay, when we run them, now if I go again, Ashley, I'm going to run them again. If you go schedule, they disappear from this list. Why they disappear? Because if they're not there, because your partner have run them before you. Okay, so here's what you're going to go. Here's the schedule that you're going to looking. This is my LP. Where are they located though? Let's go to where they are located when this one comes in here. If you go all the way down, guys, to right close to the sheets, you're going to find them. It's an LP, MP, and RP. Can you guys see where they are? Way at the bottom, panel schedules. When you run them, they drop them right at the panel schedule. Okay? So when you get into the panel schedule, here's where your panels are going to look like. Receptacle panels, all your receptacle panels. They're all, I want to bring to your attention, guys, this 28120 3-phase recess NEMA 1 typical office location, open office 126. I don't think that's going to be an open office 126. And the room, you can fill this information. This is, what is it, 125, Chris? 150.
I got an arrow on
Because maybe I'm in it. I'm in your sheet. That's why. I'm in team 5 now. Oh no, I'm in team 1. I'm in team 1 now. Okay. So here's my my main rating is 125. This is which panel? This is the lighting panel. It's a main circuit breaker rating we don't have. We're going to say main logs only right here. Interrupting, this check will be applied to elements. Okay, there's certain things that doesn't allow you to. All right, so we'll this. All right, let me delete it. Okay, got me stuck here. All right, so and we will adjust this one, guys. This is a phase, the location. So when you edit, okay, so if you click on these, I don't want you to do that. If you click on the schedule, you can move. Can you guys see we move down, move across? You can lock it, update names, edit font. You can do a lot of stuff here. If you go to a space, Ashley, if you go to a space by code, anything spare, you have to identify. If you go to a space, that's nothing. You can assign a spare. Can you guys, by clicking here, you can assign a spare, or you can assign a space. Anybody knows the difference between a spare and a space? A spare, you need to put a circuit breaker. So I want to assign a 20 amp spare here, and space, and I want to assign a space for just a space for adding. A spare is a circuit breaker sitting there doing nothing at this moment. in order to get the spare and the space, guys, you have to go to an empty slot to assign a spare and a space. Okay, so you can edit these. Everything has to be circuited to it, though. If it's not there, it means it's not circuited. So you have to go circuit it. The minute that you run the schedule, guys, it keeps updating it, Phil. Every time you circuit, it keeps updating the stuff. If you hit rebalance, it will recalculate. Don't do that. It will re-circuit the whole building for you based on the load. Change template. We can change a template here. Use the default unless you ran out of slots. Then we'll get you to. I'll tell you how to do it. So if you're running out of slots, then we have to. I'll walk you guys now because I'm going to jump into how to. Right now, if you're not running out of slots, you're good. If you run out of slots, we'll get you there. Okay, so that panel, you should be able to edit the main interrupting available interrupting current rating. Let's just put these at 35K and color day kiloamp. I think you should be able to type that one. Main type is main logs only. This is where am I here? It's receptacle. It's going to be main logs only. Remember how it's going to be. Why doesn't it allow me? This will be applied to all elements of the type. Okay, I see. If you go to edit here, we might have to duplicate this. Otherwise, it's going to show it all as main logs only. Main circuit breaker rating. Do I have a circuit breaker in the receptacle panel? No. So if I put dashes, I think it will tell me it's going to apply it to enter a value or a formula. Start with. I don't want this one. They want a value here. Okay. So it's a main logs only 100 amp, for example. If it wasn't 100, what was yours? So 125 amp. This is based on the sizes that you guys came up with. Can I have thumbs up that we're good, Chad? We know what we're doing? Sort of? Okay. Okay, other than expansion. You can type here, guys, next to the receptacle to identify where they are. Can you see where I can type to identify them? Next to every receptacle, you can identify where these, right now it says receptacle. I have no idea where these receptacles are. See it says panel type, receptacle panel. So load type, you need the load type. Okay, so you have to identify where these circuits are. Like circuit 1, I have no idea. It says receptacle here. It could be anywhere. But if you identify the load, there's a mechanical equipment. A spare, I can put a spare, I don't know, a spares, future. You can edit this stuff. Air handling unit 1, air handling unit 2. You can edit a lot of this stuff. So why don't you putz around with that and let me know. Interrupting rating for this one, 35 kiloamp. If you don't know otherwise. Oops, what did I do here? 35K. Okay. This one is going to be main circuit breaker rating 500. I think it should be allow me to type 500 here. This, okay. Or you can allow. All right. Or you can, this will be coming from your panel, guys, when we edit the panels. Let me go see here what they said about these panels here. These gentlemen. Any question about running them, guys? You're going to be playing with these. As the more you play with it, the more you get it. So I'm going to just see what, here's my panel here. Don't know which panel is that. It's a 2.8 lighting panel. So if we name that panel and we tag that panel and we assign the amp, remember when we're assigning the amp, it will be pulling it, guys, from right here. When you assign the panel, the distribution pattern for the panel. Here's a 600 amp. If I said main circuit breaker naming main, it says a 600 amp, number of poles and so forth. It will be pulling the information from here. Short circuit, I think if you put 35 here, 35, unless I screw it up, kiloamp, should be able to pull it. So a lot of information in the schedule will be pulled from right in here. apply. Annotate. Well, I don't know what tag this panel. I don't know what the tag is this panel. So if you double click on the schedule, it should get you, here you go. See where I was editing, actually, it's a value that you can input. I deleted it. Okay. You can input this value as a parameter. You don't have to edit it there. If you input it as a parameter, it will come also as a parameter. Which is the best? Put them as a parameter. Okay, can I guys get you, yeah, Chad, that's a good start for the schedules. Good start for the schedules. Okay, so 3 schedules. Lighting schedule, mechanical schedule, and 3 schedules. Lighting and main panel, as well as the receptacle panel. Okay, one last thing about the details, guys. What I want you, the details, you'll show them, and you're gonna go to shortcut. I'm gonna go to the instructor folder, winter, and narrative, and tabs. If you go to the details, remember that we're saying E10 details. If you go to the details, what do you want us to do, Chad, in the detail? Right? That's a question I would be asking, right? This is, guys, from the folder, from your team folder. So when we get the details, cut sheets. Okay, these are just the cut sheets. Where is the detail? Find a narrative. I don't think I gave it to you. What we wanted the detail. Okay, you guys remember what we did details for the residential? We did, anybody remember what we did for the details? Details, E10 is details for you to add more information to your equipment. One example, in the residential project, we added the risers and the low voltage as a detail. I don't want to add the low voltage risers as a detail this time. Later on next week, guys, I'm going to be asking you to draw a low voltage fire alarm system, security, and phone and data, exactly like we did in the residential project. For this detail, what I would like you to do is a transformer pad detail. I thought I did them for you. Transformer pad detail is a good detail. A trench detail, remember the trench detail? I would like to see a trench detail in this project, and a transformer pad detail. Pad, the concrete pad where the transformer is going to be residing on. Imagine, just FYI, probably 5 feet by 5 feet by thick of 4-inch concrete. That would be a pad. So draw in Revit, in CAD. Draw in CAD a box or a square that's 4 feet, 5 feet by 5 feet by 4 inch deep. That's the pad, call it pad. Trench, we trench at 24 inches, so we draw a trench like we did in the residential, and trench it at 4 inches to the top of the conduits. That's what we're gonna get them. We don't want to do the 18 by code. We're gonna go 24 standard. To the top of the conduit, 24 inches concrete. 24 inches of dirt above the conduits as we move them, bring them to the building.
Is there a reason it should be drawn in CAD as opposed to Revit?
No reason. Go be my guest and do a drafting view and draw them in Revit too. You have to have a drafting view. No reason. Other than CAD will allow you, we're still CAD. Yeah, no reason. You go, remember that detail line, and you go right there. Okay, before I let you guys go, so we know what the detail is, a pad and a trench as of now. Cool? Can I have thumbs up, thumbs down in between that with Chad? We know it, yeah. Okay. The last thing I want to say, and by the way, when you come to the schedules, when you guys go to in Revit, when you want to print for Chad, you're going to go to the schedule panel here. Can you guys see the panel? This is right click on it and add view, and then it will allow you to see where it says LP schedule, MP schedule. I'm going to add these 3 view, one at a time, add view, and here's my schedule. See how I add my schedule to the sheet? Exactly like we add any view. Now, if you ran out of sheets, out of room for your schedules, all what you have to do is duplicate the panel. And then I think what we did is add another panel here. Come to here, sheet, insert new panel. I don't want to do it, but let's do it. Insert new panel. I assume this is your latest and greatest, guys. And they're going to name the panel. Here's the latest. It comes at the end. I'm going to call it E2. You can call it right here. E81, E8.1, if any. And then you can name it here. The schedule. Anyway, so you can add panel schedule and you can drop a panel schedule in it. If you use the right template, it should come up with all the information. Is that yours, guys? It should come up with all the information that you did with the right information, right? The only thing you need to change is just the name which is schedule. In this case, I'm going to say panel. Feel free to delete it after I'm done. Panel schedule and E.8.1. Okay. Checked by CSK for Beat's sake. Why don't you guys? Don't you check it? Arthur, what's your initials?
JB.
JB. Okay, and you add yours too. Okay, so these are the only thing you need to do for these babies. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? We got it. Just move on. Okay, so that's what we did for the schedules, guys. And what else do I need? So we have a schedule. Yeah, bringing these into CAD. The drafting view. Do you guys remember when we did the drafting view? We brought the symbol. Now, can I just your attention for 1 second? I promise you, you're not as hungry as Chad. 200-pound gorilla need her or his food. I'm just going to show you one little thing, how to bring the CAD files into Revit. Just a quick reminder. Remember how we brought the symbols here? We had a drafting view. The first thing you need to do is go view, and we're going to go drafting view. Where's my drafting view? Help me here. Drafting view. I'm going to name this one lighting schedule, because I'm going to bring my lighting schedule from CAD. Lighting. So give it a name that makes sense, so you can remember. Lighting schedule. So don't worry about the scale, because you can scale it anytime. Now here's a place where I can bring my lighting schedule. Okay, I'm going to go insert, import CAD, and I'm going to go import CAD lighting schedule from team. We're in team. You guys team 5. Yeah, I'm going to go steal it from team 5. Revit right here. Go back to where you put your schedules. Remember, we were just putzing around with them. Oh no, it's lighting. So it's going to go all the way to lighting. Lighting calculation. Visual. Where did they put that thing? Lighting calculation. Oh, lighting plan visual. Did you delete it? Did you guys? Okay. Where did? Oh, there's lighting and lighting calculation. Lighting. Am I in your team here? Lighting calculation. Where's lighting? Good grief. Oh, maybe I'm not in the right lighting calculation. That's the only thing I have. Okay. Visual layout. Okay, where the heck did we put that one? Okay, let's go to, I know where I put it here. Let's go to team 1, because I think by accident put in team 1 too. Okay, that's lighting calculation. Here's visual plan.
Put it in team 3.
I did put in team 3. I know one of us was awake, but I wasn't sure. Okay, anyway, you know where I get it. I just really want to show you a lighting calculation. Team 3, you are the man. Here's the lighting schedule. Open it. So grab the lighting schedule, you open it, you brought it into Revit. You can explode it in Revit and work on it too. And this is how you bring anything from CAD. And then you drop it. You have a view of it. Now you can drop it into the right sheet.
Let's stay linked.
No, the minute that you bring it, you are doomed. Yeah, it might come. Look at the lines, guys. It might come depending on the scale. It might be goofy. Went for it. So yeah, you might have to play with the scale a little bit or change a few things here to make the system work. Okay, but here's a schedule that you can brought. I didn't delete. Remember how we cleaned the stuff before we brought it? So whatever you can clean before you bring it to Revit. Made a mistake, what do? Click on here and delete. Bam, delete. So, and go bring it one more time. Does that make sense? If you can't see it because the scale is not good enough, so you might have to please pay attention to the scale a little bit. You'll find a heavy medium scale that can get you all what you want. Can I have a thumbs up? We know how to bring from Revit into CAD and edit and explode. Okay, there's an explode here. Where's my explosion here? Anyway, should be able to explode it.
Over on the right,
Upper right.
far right, and then,
Explode, yeah. If I explode this one, then it will change it into attributes. You can work on it here and editable text. I think it should be able to clean here. Should be able to edit. Don't know what we did here. Maybe I didn't. I usually edit them, guys, before I bring them. Okay, here you go. You can edit. You can click on any of this one and change the text if you want to. Remember how right now it says text lighting schedule. If you don't like the text, you can go over here and change it to any of the text that you created or create a new text for it. But to do that, here's what I don't want you to get hung up, please. We have a lot of things to do. The last thing you want to do is start editing text in this, but you can. My suggestion is to you will find the right scale, bring it on, drop it, editing CAD, or I would suggest editing CAD, bring it in, drop it, and call it a day. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? We kind of know what we're doing. Yeah. Okay. So where did it go though? Under drafting view, I think, did it come under mechanical drafting view? Yeah, it came under mechanical drafting view. Don't ask me why, guys. When it comes under mechanical drafting view. So make sure, if you can't see it, go to mechanical here, click into electrical, and that will move it up. Like for example, these two are coming under electrical, under mechanical view. So click here, can you guys see the discipline? And move it to electrical. Just organization wise, it will put you in the right location. So here's all the drafting view they have. Anything from CAD, drafting view. Can I have thumbs up, thumbs down in between, guys? Good. Tom, my friend Ashley. Nick, my friend. Good. Okay. Is that good enough, guys, to get you tomorrow and today to hit it hard? What else do I have for you? I have the details, relay schedule, lighting schedule, mechanical panel, low voltage. Low voltage, you need to finish it. Okay, so that's all. You go to okay. That's all I have. Thank you.